Let's start with the basics. Artificial intelligence, AI, is like having a robot friend who is really good at solving puzzles and answering questions. Imagine you're playing with blocks and you're trying to build a tower. You might try different combinations of blocks to see which ones work best. That's kind of what AI does, but instead of blocks, it uses numbers and equations. Now, let's talk about some of the things AI can do. For example, have you ever seen a computer program that can recognize your face? That's AI at work. It looks at the features of your face, like your eyes, nose, and mouth, and uses that information to figure out who you are. Another thing AI can do is help you find things. Imagine you're playing a game of hide and seek, but you can't find your friend. AI can help by searching through all the possible hiding spots and figuring out where your friend might be. AI can also help you make decisions. Let's say you're trying to decide what to wear to school. AI can look at the weather forecast, your schedule for the day, and your favorite clothes, and help you choose the best outfit. One of the coolest things AI can do is learn. It's like having a brain that can get smarter over time. Just like you learn new things by going to school and reading books, AI can learn by looking at lots of examples and figuring out patterns. But sometimes AI can make mistakes, just like you can. For example, if you're trying to build a tower out of blocks and you put them together in the wrong way, the tower might fall down. The same thing can happen with AI if it's not programmed correctly. That's why scientists and engineers who work with AI spend a lot of time testing it and making sure it works the way it's supposed to. It's kind of like when you practice your spelling words or do your homework to make sure you get the right answers. Another thing to keep in mind is that AI is not magic. It might seem like a robot can do anything, but it actually has to follow specific rules and instructions. It's like when you play a game with your friends and you have to follow the rules to make sure everyone has fun. Some people worry that AI will take over the world and make humans obsolete. But don't worry, that's just science fiction. AI is really good at doing certain tasks, but it still needs humans to tell it what to do and to make sure it's working correctly. In fact, AI can actually help us do things better and faster. For example, if you're trying to bake a cake, AI can help you figure out the best recipe, the right temperature, and how long to bake it for. That way, you'll end up with a delicious cake every time. AI can come in many different forms. Some robots are designed to look and act like humans, while others might be more like a machine that can move around and perform tasks. One way AI can be used is in video games. When you play a game with computer opponents, the AI is what controls their behavior and decisions. It's like playing against a really smart computer. AI can also be used in healthcare. For example, doctors can use AI to analyze medical images and help diagnose diseases more accurately. Another way AI is used is in self-driving cars. The car's computer uses sensors and cameras to see the road and make decisions about how to drive. It's like having a really good driver who never gets distracted or tired. AI can also be used to help with language translation. If you're talking to someone who speaks a different language, AI can help translate what they're saying into a language you understand. Sometimes AI can make mistakes because it doesn't understand the context of a situation. For example, if you tell an AI assistant to order me a pizza, it might not know which toppings you like or which restaurant you prefer. One way to help AI learn is by giving it feedback. Just like when your teacher gives you feedback on a homework assignment, AI can learn from its mistakes and improve over time. AI can also be used to help with environmental issues. For example, scientists can use AI to analyze satellite images and track changes in forests or oceans. AI can be used for creative purposes too. For example, there are AI programs that can write music or create art. Finally, it's important to remember that AI is created by humans and reflects human biases and values. That means we need to be careful when using AI to make sure it doesn't perpetuate unfairness or discrimination. So there you have it, a fun and easy to understand explanation of artificial intelligence. From playing video games to driving cars, AI has the potential to make our lives easier and better in many different ways. By understanding how AI works and using it responsibly, we can help create a brighter future for all of us.